card with the chef feat, right?
Okay.
So every short rest, you get the Song of Rest and the chef, the thing, right? The chef you also get, which is also additional hit points for during short rest. And basically, my character concept was during short rests, I'm the what's that singing cooks
Singing
and
Cooks
waiters.
cooks and
and
waiters.
waiters.
Yeah, that was my
Well, maybe
actual.
I'll maybe I'll rework it when Dragonlance comes out, right? Because Dragonlance comes out at the end of the year, and the announcement was that they're creating new dungeon craft rules. Like the Dragonlance will be separate from Faerun.
Should
Medyo
be.
weird nga that Spelljammer is the same as Faerun. Same. It's
Dragonlance
all
should have its own world.
correct. Correct. But you're supposed to be able to cross over the
Yep,
worlds
yep,
with Spelljammer, di ba?
yep.
So I don't know, I just found that weird. So I actually look. I grew up with Dragonlance. I'm keen on Dragonlance. I actually don't know Spelljammer very well. So parang ito feeling ko this is just a place to learn to write.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So that when it comes time to really get down to it for Dragonlance game na. Yun na yun, di ba?
Yep.
Okay.
You'd have worked out all the kinks.
Yeah, but yeah. So this one, what I'm doing here today. So it was easier to write paella for Lord Mouth. It just it took me a couple of weeks. It took me a little while to kind of get through all the kinks. But once it was done. And it was like I just needed to tone it down a bit because again I had level ones fighting a Chul. A Chul is a giant lobster monster.
Yep,
Um,
yep.
and I was like, parang mali yung ginagawa ko dito, no? So I had to kind of scale it down, and that was a good learning experience. Then I get here and I'll be honest with you. I have what I think is frankly a really amazing idea for a dungeon craft. But I have this. I want to get this one that you're gonna run written first before I work on that one.
Mm-hmm.
And a little bit of my problem is that one is really cool. I think people will have a lot of fun with that one. This one I think is a great setup to a campaign, which is how I envisioned it because I've actually got like story arcs planned out that will run the length of tier 1 and tier 2. That's it.
Nice.
So this one's gonna be a little. This one I feel is like it's gonna be a little fast, surprisingly. Like I've got, I gave it up. I said it's gonna be 2 hours. That's all it's gonna be. I don't want to spend more time. I want to belabor everyone at level one to play 4 hours and then level up, right? So let's just have some fun. We'll play it. We'll play it our way, and then after that, you level up, and then we get to play another one. I'll make that 2 hours too. I think all the tier ones should be 2 hours, and after that, when we hit tier two, that's when the 4 hour sessions will really start. Because that seems to me to be like the best way to go about it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
The one time there, I know of some adventures, which is it's not marketed as tier one. It's marketed as strictly for level one,
Yep.
right? And those were 4 hours, but you level up twice. Once to the
Yeah.
market.
Yeah. I've seen those as well. We've played a couple of them. Parang Wizard can't quite get it right, like how what they want to happen
Uh-huh.
with it, because they've got this. Okay, so they've done this thing where some of the adventures are 4 hours, but they're 4 1 hour sessions,
Mm.
Okay, yeah.
and you can level up 4 different times, except you that was only allowed to happen like during the first month of the availability. And after that, they retrofitted the rules so that hindi na pwede.
Hmm.
Once it's live, yun na yun. You can't, you. So yeah, so that's where I kind of like that's the only reason I'm in tier 1 is I want to learn how to write this well.
Hmm.
And now that I'm here, I'm super regretting it because it feels like learning to write for tier 1 is a completely different skill set from writing for tier 2 or tier. I can't write for tier 3. There's no dungeon craft for tier 3. Okay. Ron, give me 2 minutes. I'm just finishing up.
No, go ahead.
I forgot to prepare the big bad and copy it over. I thought I'd done the big bad here already, but I didn't. So I'm just fixing that now. And I'll copy it over. Uy.
Are you streaming this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nice. All right. We're gonna play a lot of it today. We're gonna play a lot of today in Theater to the Mind.
Uh-huh.
I've got some stuff prepared for when it's not gonna be, but I think it's just gonna be more fun as Theater to the Mind. Okay.
Hmm?
For combat, we'll see. I've got maps prepared as well, but we could also do it. We could also do it theater. We'll kind of have to play it by ear. Again, with level 1 characters, it's always tricky. You don't know. I found myself like, oh wow, I've overpowered the monsters, and I can't take it back because we're now in the battle map. You know? Okay, just gonna copy over the big bad, and
Okay. I haven't readied any weapon or anything. Stupid.
yeah, you might want to fix that.
Is that an autonome?
Yeah.
Ron?
Yeah.
Nice. I love autonomes. I think they're cool.
You know what? I almost went that route. I almost showed up with an urban mech with a character named Irby, and again Irby, the urban mech, and it was gonna be a artificer, and I wanted to create a steel defender that's bigger than me. Something like that.
Are you guys still playing MechWarrior?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
It-
That's fine.
you should try it again. I think like me, Ron. I mean, at the way it starts, it's kind of off for some reason, but if you stick with it, it's like amazeballs.
Well, part of it is I don't have a whole lot of time to get into something that needs a whole lot of time to learn because it eats up into like writing time and stuff, you know.
I guess. I guess.
Speaking personally as the one without any time, usually it
Uh huh.
it it took about 2 missions for me, and then and I mean I'm never serious with learning the stuff for games. So.
All right. So I see Alicon, are you back right here?
I've been listening to you guys the whole time.
Okay, cool. All right. So let's get started for tonight. Thanks for agreeing to play test this with me. Tonight's adventure is called Lost in the Fog. It's the first of a series of adventures that I'm working on about the crew of a spelljamming ship called the Nightcat. And that crew includes you. And at the start of tonight's, you're going to be playing the first of several adventures in this line. And this will set up the rest of what hopefully is an enjoyable and epic adventure. Okay?
Nice.
So, before we get started, I just want to make sure that we're all okay with the safety tools that are in. I don't do sexual assault, and I barely do violence on innocent people. Okay? So if we're okay with that, then and you don't have anything else to add in terms of, stuff we shouldn't be covering, then let's get started, okay?
Let's go.
All right. So, when the adventure begins, the three of you awaken from what feels like a deep sleep. Looking around you, you realize that you are in a ship's cargo hold. You're seated comfortably. Your equipment is close at hand. All around you are strangers waking up from sleep. That's the three of you. There appears to be two more elves in the room with you, and a kobold who is wearing a dirty apron. Now, seated against the bulkhead is an astral elf woman. Deep green robes, beautiful green eyes, and brown hair. She awakens with a jerk. She looks at you, staring at you, and says, "What's going on? Who are you? What are you doing on my ship?" Party,
I am
you're all strangers to each other.
well, madam.
Oh.
I am Thorn Imbiber and Autonome. I would like to know myself what we are all doing here. I've been lost for a couple of years as my owner has disappeared.
Her forehead puckers into a frown. "You seem familiar somehow. What about the rest of you?" "Them I recognize," and she introduces herself. "My name is Dara. I'm I guess, the owner and the spelljammer. And this is my ship, the Nightcap. Uh, my husband Sov over there is our navigator and the first officer, and he takes care of the ship. And I recognize, of course, Arax. Arax is the kobold, who is our cook, and he takes care of a lot of the manual labor on the ship. But what about the rest of you? Who are you, and what are you doing here?"
Well and well met, sister. I am Gia. Your guess is as good as mine. But perhaps the stars have fated us to travel together in this short time.
All eyes swing to you, Eric.
Mary, or Bloody Mary in this case, works up. Well, Gia and I are not strangers to each other. We're partners in crime, as it were. We're bounty hunters. As for how the heck we got here, I don't know. Last I recall was that I just finished mopping up in a bar fight and drinking my well-deserved whiskey prize when I dozed off and woke up here. And you can see her fists are still kind of bloodied. But yeah,
Slight
Hey.
correction, her fists are still bloody but have dried somewhat, as though it's been some time since your last bar fight.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay. As you finish introducing yourselves to each other, you can hear a muffled series of thuds coming from nearby.
What is
Boof.
that noise?
Is that normal for your ship, sister?
She shakes her head. I fear I'm not all here yet. What is that noise?" A rhythmic pounding calls your attention to the only exit from the room, which seems to be up a short flight of stairs. Set up the ceiling of that flight of stairs is a hatch in the ceiling, and it seems that someone is rhythmically pounding on the door, as though trying to get in.
I hope that's someone you know, mistress.
The 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 elves and the kobold look at each other and say, "I don't think so. I think the whole crew's here."
It seems we have a mystery on hand. Would you like me to open the door?
They stare at each other with a little bit of confusion. Uh, then they shrug and say, I guess we should go ahead." As you approach the door, you can hear not just muffled thuds coming from the hatch, but voices speaking up from beyond it.
Hmm.
The rhythmic pounding continues.
Voices outside with rhythmic pounding. Can I make out what they're talking about?
Could I have just give me a perception roll, please?
Alrighty. What the?
Can I make a perception roll as well?
Yes.
heck?
Nope.
Okay, so with that perception roll of a 7. Ron, did you roll? Did you give me a? Did you have a perception roll yet?
Huh. I thought I sent one.
Parang wala eh. I
Oo
see
nga
an
eh.
insight roll. Parang
Insight.
That is strange. Oh, why can't I roll a perception roll? I'll try it again.
Sure.
Ah, crap. Huh.
Okay, that's fine. With that roll, so Thorn, you're closer to the hatch than Bloody Mary. So you hear a little bit more, but regardless of how far away from the hatch, the voices are muffled as though, as though the hatch were really thick. And of course, you have that pounding that kind of gets in the way of understanding the sounds that you're hearing, okay? And it sounds like there are at least three voices that are in conversation. You don't recognize any of the voices, but they are at least speaking common, which you can all understand. And from what you can tell by the snippets of conversation that you hear, they're speculating on what's hidden inside the cargo hatch where you are.
Hmm.
Treasure, I'm sure. Treasure. No, cargo. Cargo and treasure. Is it food? Is it gold? Is it magic? Ooh, magic items. Yes. And then
Uh,
the pounding continues.
it seems we have a bunch of looters behind the doors. Do you want me to open it now, mistress?
The the two Astros look at each other, and you can see that Dara is very shaken. She shakes her head and says, I'm too preoccupied right now to do anything about this. Her husband looks at you pleadingly and says, "Do you think you'll be able to take care of this? I've got to take care of Dara." And the kobold, meanwhile, is running around looking at the cargo hold for anything he can use as a weapon. They are not armed, but you are. Your weapons were close at hand when you woke up.
It seems with the help of these two veteran mercenaries, we will be able to handle the threat. As my old master said, nothing ventured, nothing gained. And with that, I opened the door.
Oh boy.
All right, here we go. So you pop open. You realize that the hatch is secured by virtue of some kind of clockwork lock. That's on the inside of the hatch. And to make matters worse for anyone outside trying to break in, the hatch opens outwards and seems to be well protected against intrusion. As you power through opening the lock, the hatch cracks open, and you can look outside to see three monkey-like creatures staring down at you. Only one of which is carrying. Excuse me a moment. It's gonna get.
Yeah.
A certain noise feature.
Sound
Carry.
effects. Awesome.
Yeah. Wow. So realistic.
Out you go. Out you go.
Those sound like violent monkeys, alright?
Out. Papa's busy. Out. Right. Sorry about that. You see, and they stare down at you. One of them is carrying a large mallet or a large maul, which he was using to try and break open the hatch.
Right? Did you say they're looking down on us? They're big.
No, they're above you.
Yeah, there
Oh.
They're above you. All right, I'm going to give you party since you initiated this. I'm going to give you your choice. You get to have one round of actions, having surprised them. You can pull back and challenge them to come into the cargo hold after you. You can rush out onto the top deck and fight them, or you can kind of continue this very awkward stare off, where they're staring down the open hatch at you in the cargo hold.
Thorn winks at the two mercenaries and talks to the strangers. Hello, gentlemen. What can we do for you?
Okay, what about the rest of you? What are you doing, Bloody Mary? What are you doing, Gian? Gia, sorry.
I'm going to back up this strange little creature. It's decided to talk to them.
I'm going to say magic items. Did you guys, or were you guys looking for magic items? I thought I saw some magic items down here.
The monkey-like creatures staring down at you shriek, and they jump down the hatch and engage you in combat. So I'm gonna move you guys into a map, and then we'll figure out how to move from there. Okay?
Well, it
Okay.
seems they don't want to talk, friends.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the cargo hold of the Nightcat. I'm not going to drop tokens to for the NPCs, but I will drop tokens for the 3 Hadozi pirates who have chosen to jump down with you. And now this is where the balancing happens, okay? It's entirely possible that I'm gonna have to take some out. So hang on a moment while I
It's entirely possible. We will get a party kill.
Yes.
where is the bloody
What's that phrase? The operation was a success, but the patient died.
Died.
The
Yeah.
playtest was a success, but it was a TPK in the first 10 minutes.
Yep.
Okay,
Oh
guys,
boy.
I don't know if this is gonna go well because for some weird reason, the estimator in this on Tokyo doesn't seem to be working properly. But let's try it. Okay,
All right.
let's see where this goes. And at the end, I might have to wave my hand and like fudge everything. Okay, so roll for initiative.
Okay. I don't see a map, so I just see us. Okay.
Oh bloody hell! I'm sorry. I should have moved you over to the map.
Thank you.
What?
That looks about accurate.
Okay, just waiting for Eric to roll. Okay. So of course, hang on. I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna move this back so that's GS.
Is it dark down here?
Mm.
Is it-
No, you've got
It's black and white.
it's black and white.
So it's complete darkness?
No,
No.
do you have token vision?
Dark vision, you mean?
No, regular token vision.
Oh,
I've
no.
moved everyone over to the new map. Can you see it? Can you guys see the map?
Nope.
Yeah, but everything's in
Yes,
black
I
and
can.
white.
Oh yeah, no, everything is black and white. It's
I
it's
just see black. Wait. I
refresh. Could you?
vision enable.
I see black and white. I see us. I see droid Pinocchio.
I am still seeing black.
Like pure black, Ron?
Yup. Wait. Maybe
Hang on a moment. Let's have a
I'm
look at
just
your token vision.
basic vision.
Vision should be enabled. Oh, your vision range is 0. Oh, hang on.
That's strange.
I'm gonna try an adjustment to 60. Okay, let's see.
Alright.
Let's see if that works. Does that work? You see it?
Yeah, that works now. I can see squares and my party mates and the monkeys.
Okay, guys, don't forget. Adjust your token vision. Give it 60. Okay.
I should say Hadozi. People might cancel me for calling them monkeys.
Yep, I see.
If you're seeing them, okay, the map is black and white, but
Yup.
the tokens are colored.
Yes.
So if you're seeing them in black and white, then that means your token vision isn't set yet. So fix your token vision up.
Okay, got it.
So the token has to be in color.
Yeah.
The
Vision
vision
range
mode,
is 60.
yeah,
60.
and you have to put your vision mode into basic.
Yeah.
You have your
Vision mode.
in the bottom. It says it's set to dark vision, but I think that
Oh,
put it to
gotcha.
basic and it'll become the tokens will
There you
become.
go. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, there's color.
All right.
Okay. So, Gia, I think you're up.
Oh, I'm up. Okay. They're attacking. Let's see. Is there anything that I can do? Moment. Ah, crossbow. Okay. Let me just check how far this goes.
If you use the crossbow, you won't have the shield.
Mm,
Crossbow is two-handed.
okay.
I mean, yeah. So if you want the shield, the AC high AC, then you need to charge and attack with the rapier.
I don't think they're not here. I'm gonna try hitting this one with the crossbow.
All right, go ahead.
Seriously?
No, I'm sorry. A natural one is a complete miss.
Damn.
You fumble your crossbow attack. Okay, which pirate is this? This. Oh bloody hell! Hang on a moment. My monitor. I just need to replug the HDMI. I love my Mac Mini, but it's prone to the weakness of the HDMI ports of Apple. Okay, what does this guy have? He has short sword and a interesting. Okay. He steps forward.
Oh my. As my master used to say, these are dozy. You cannot talk to them.
He swings his short sword first at Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary, your AC is 16, yeah?
Yep. Ouch.
Ouch.
So it hits you, and you take.
Those are some accurate
Take
monkeys.
5. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take this down to just one pirate, but I am switching out this weapon from wall. Okay. So Eric, I'm gonna rewind the combat, so you're only fighting one pirate.
Okay.
But in the meantime, give me a moment because I've got to swap out this weapon. Yeah.
Sure. So I'm down to 5.
No. Rewind the attack. Rewind the turn.
Okay.
You don't know yet.
And here I thought I could use my fighting style interception, but that's fine.
I must
Okay.
tell you, under the effects of that alcohol, things are playing backwards and forwards in my head.
Okay, Bloody Mary. He swings his maul at you. Where did the maul go? Hang on a moment. I am missing. There it is. Okay. Maul swings at Bloody Mary. Puppy, come on. That's a hit, and you're gonna take a bit of damage as well. Still gonna take a bit of damage here. This is a 2d6. You take 10, and then
Yeah.
Wait.
yep. Sorry.
Wait a minute.
Intercept.
I'll intercept.
Sure.
When a creature you can see hits a target other than you within 5 feet, you can use your reaction to reduce the damage the target takes by 1d10 plus 2.
Damn.
Ooh, nice.
That's impressive. Okay, go ahead.
Did it, ano?
Hindi lumabas.
Damn it. And I got a 10. Mm. I'll just roll the 1d10 plus 1d10 plus 2. Damn it.
Reduced by 3, so it takes 7.
Yep. Okay.
All right, and it's done. Thorn, you're up.
How about you uncivilized coot? I will stab him with my long sword.
All right, go ahead.
Wait, why is it not sending my rules again? Wait a minute.
Okay, hindi nagko-connect.
I will refresh and click on the Beyond 20. I will click on the Beyond 20 icon and refresh. Let's try that again.
All right.
There you go. Ooh, nice.
Wow! That
All
worked
right.
out well.
Very nice.
Wow, the round rolls are in.
Let's have the damage.
Rolling damage. Wow. RNG, thank you.
Wow. So you're doing it with one hand.
Yeah.
So you did 7, but I need you to give me another damage roll, would you?
Alright.
Oh, yung nga pala, crit.
Crit, yeah.
Ah,
That's what
Oh
they
no, I misread that. You did a 9 the first time around, and no, just give me another 1d8.
alright. I'll just I'll roll 1d8.
9 plus 3, it does 12 damage. Wow. In one go, you did a lot of damage to that pirate. Okay.
Ah, take
Oh, I
that,
know what happened
you
here. I know why.
uncivilized monkey.
Ang galing ko. Kaya hindi gumawa na yung estimator ko is because I turned it off.
Ah.
Hahaha.
Ahaha.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Ahaha.
When I publish this, I'll probably wind up with 2 pirates here as
Mhm.
base, and then scale up na lang.
Yeah.
If scale down, then maybe. Actually, the pirates have multi-attack, so the scale down is take out multi-attack. Okay. You good, John?
Yeah, I am done.
Right, Bloody Mary, you're up.
I feel for the blood that's gushing on my head, and then I spread it around my hair. That hurt, but it's okay because my hairdo needed a makeover, needed a refresh, and then I whack him with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
Oh, that's gonna miss. 9.
Yes, it just missed. Sorry.
Nope. But I
1d20.
with a roundhouse kick as my bonus action.
Sure.
Really sucks. All right.
Sorry.
You should be happy that I'm still a bit groggy. And I'm done.
Mm. All right. Turning over to Gia. You're up.
Okay, good. I'm here. I'm gonna move. Can I move over here?
Yes.
Give it a shot, rapier. What? Did it actually? There. Wait.
No, you click.
Hey.
Yeah, the quality of life thing I've set up where it auto rolls, I forgot to activate it here. Miss. Okay.
I think that's it.
Okay. The pirate shrieks and swings at you, Gia, with its maul. Probably a miss.
Miss.
And it's done. Thorn, you're up.
Well, time to stick another one into this long sword to the monkey.
Monkey! I'm not a monkey! 15. Alright, I'll tell you what, that's a miss. Okay? I'm checking to see whether or not the AC is too high, which it seems to me. But for now, we'll call it a miss, okay?
All right, sir.
Bloody Mary, you're up.
All right, I'll swing with the quarterstaff again. That's a miss. 11 is a miss. Bonus action, unarmed strike. Just bad rolls. What the hell?
Okay. Yeah, well, you're level 1s, right? So,
Uh-huh.
I mean, regardless of what level, rolling 6 and a 3 and a 3 and a whatever, they're just bad rolls.
that's true. All right. I'm gonna end combat first, but I want to try something. Can you long rest your characters and get them back to fresh?
Yes,
But they're
sir.
fresh. I mean, I think she is.
Okay, so I wanna redo this with with a different set of 3 Hadozi, okay?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Sure.
I just want to see if this is a better mix. And let's say that in the story one of them has a maul, but that one didn't jump down. So actually, okay, hang on a moment, okay? I'm gonna turn on the quality of life modules that help me do this, and it might force you to come back in a moment. Okay, give me a moment while I just turn those. Okay, so the Hadozi Warrior is too powerful, which is odd because the challenge rating of Hadozi Warrior is one half.
Wow.
Okay, it's gonna force you to refresh your browsers, which you should already be seeing now.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So these guys, these guys, the shipmates, are a 1/8. 1/8. Yeah. These guys are 1/8 challenge rating, which means they should be. Oh, they should. Oh, okay. Estimates that it's an average fight for you. Okay, perfect. Hang on a moment. I'm just gonna make a note here. Means that use shipmates for level 1. And then maybe if you were level 3, I would use the warriors. Okay. Shoot. Sorry. Ethnic combat. A moment. I need Sorry. Let's do that again. Sorry.
Are we rolling?
All right.
We rolling initiative?
Roll the initiative now for this particular fight. Okay.
Gotcha.
Keep crapping out on initiative.
Okay. So let's start combat. Bloody Mary, you're first.
Okay, I will charge forward here. I will strike this monkey over here
Got it.
with a quarterstaff. Damn it. Okay, with the refresh, I have to re-click the thingy.
Yeah, the icon for Beyond 20.
I rolled a 24. That,
Sorry.
no problem. Oh, not bad.
Not bad.
That's 22.
Nice. Very nice.
It's doing that thing wherein if you hover over it, it's like jumping back and forth. I can't.
Yeah, I see that. I don't know how to fix that yet. I've got to figure that out. I'm sure we're not the only ones who are complaining about it.
Yeah, I'll rely on the D&D Beyond for the damage.
Sure.
Didn't show up. What the hell? Okay. I'll do that again. Damage. It's not showing up.
Wow.
I
Okay. Well, I saw the unarmed strike come in. That's
I clicked.
Oh, you clicked it. Sorry. Okay.
hold on. It's not even that. It's supposed to be a quarterstaff. It shouldn't be.
Ah.
You know what? I know. I also have to refresh the D&D Beyond character sheet.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
would help.
That again. D&D Beyond. You know what? I am going to manually roll.
Sure.
1d8 plus 3. D8 plus 3. So that's 10 damage.
All right. Takes 10 damage,
And
which
that.
kills it. Which kills it.
Oh, okay. I still have. Oh, hold on. Where's that?
You have a bonus action?
Yeah, I have a bonus action. Do I have the ability to? I don't have that yet. No. Bonus
What?
action dodge, patient defense. That's a level 2 thing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's level 2 monk thing.
Okay. So, unarmed strike as my bonus action on.
Sure. Got it.
Natural 1.
No, that's a miss. Sorry.
Yep. No problem.
All right.
I'm done.
Down. This shipmate steps forward and swings a what weapon does this have? Dagger at shipmate. Swings a dagger at you. Bloody Mary.
That's a miss. Whew.
Miss. All right. So I can go the full 4 shipmates. It looks like even at level 1. Go ahead, Gia. You're up.
Okay, let's see. Oh, one's dead. This one's the closest. Okay. Come on. Here we go. Rapier. One moment. Attack.
Okay. $11 is a hit.
Yay. Thing happened.
Shipmates are like popcorn. Okay, takes 8 damage.
And
Nearly kills it, but it's still around.
ah,
But I suspect not for long.
I will assist my friends and try to whack this uncivilized monkey with my long sword.
Okay.
Yeah!
You rolled a 14. Easy. Okay. I'm not even gonna make you roll for damage because it has 1 hit point. So it's just dead. Is what it is.
Die Hadozi.
And then last shipmate is over here. Steps forward, and the easiest thing to do is swing at Bloody Mary with its dagger. Okay, you guys are 3 level 1 characters. You're at the extreme end of weak, which is great. It gives me like 1 anchor
Yeah.
of the reach of these characters. Okay,
That's
so
it.
it's hit you, Bloody Mary, and you're gonna take 6 damage total.
Down to 4.
Okay, you're up.
Ouch, that hurt. Again, getting the blood off my head, wiping it on, reapplying the red dye, and I attack with my quarterstaff. Does a 11 hit?
11 does hit. AC is only 9 on these. Oh no, sorry, 11. Sorry, 11 does hit. Sorry, Eric. 12 pala. It has 9 hit points. So it's
Wait, does 11 hit or no?
No, it does not. Does not. Sorry.
Okay.
It's 12 AC.
Okay. Unarmed strike attack.
Sure.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, that hits. Damage.
I'm trying to click on the, but it's. I'm gonna guess this is it. It's a 1d4. 2.
Takes
Supposed to be
3.
a-
So 2 plus 3 is 5. Okay, takes 5. Definitely a power creep issue. Okay. And when you're done, Gia, you're up.
oh, up again. Okay. I have to move forward. Rapier. Okay. Get better.
Okay.
Haha. Good job.
Good hit.
Come on. I suppose. And
Okay.
12 points of
12,
damage.
12 points of damage. Obliterates the Hadozi.
Monkey see, monkey
yes.
die.
Okay, so the body is, hang on, I'm just fixing my notes here. Here's what I've written down is that at very weak, meaning level 1 like this, you should be facing about 4 of these shipmates. And then at weak, which is maybe you're level 2, 5 of them. Normal should be 2 warriors, meaning, AC 16 with short swords, but there's no multi-attack. Strong is 3 warriors with no multi-attack. And very strong, meaning level 4, will be 3 warriors. Ang layo. Ang layo ng spread. Okay. Alright. With the first wave of Hadozi dead, you let the bodies of the Hadozi tumble down into the cargo hold. The faces of the crew look aghast, or even confused, or even indescribable in the case of the kobold. You don't know what it's going through as it looks at the bodies of the Hadozi that you've just eliminated. What do you want to do?
I asked the crew, seeing as this is your place, I don't suppose you know where you guys keep the healing potions?
The the crew looks at each other and Sov, the male astral elf, offers. Oh, I keep some of the healing. I keep a healer's kit in my navigator station on the bridge. I'd be happy to patch you up. Maybe that's interesting. Hang on a moment. I'm just gonna make a note of that. Where, if you guys took too much damage, Solve can heal you.
It was like last season or 2 seasons ago, wherein at tier 1 everybody starts with a healing potion. That's no longer the case, right?
Yeah, it's no longer the case. Hang on a moment. How badly did you guys get hurt?
Well, I got hit once and I'm less than half.
Okay, so Solve comes to you with a healing potion. A healer's kit. You remember what the healer's kit does, Eric? How many?
Yeah, it's 1d6 plus the max number of hit die.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that 1d6 plus 1 for Solve's healing. Okay, so Solve offers to heal to bandage some of your wounds. You heal for 5. Okay.
Okay. It's 1d6 plus 4 plus maximum number of hit die.
No. Oh, no. Sorry. That's what Solve is able to do with his. It's not a healer's kit. It's more like he's got bandages lying around his desk. Okay.
Okay. So I heal for.
You heal for 5.
Thank you.
You stare up at the hatch. Beyond the hatch appears a gray, formless void. You're not quite clear what it is, and after a few minutes, you realize what you're looking at. It's a massive fog bank. Fog, thick as pea soup, has blanketed the deck outside this cargo hold. As a matter of fact, that fog is even now beginning to kind of creep in down the down the hatch and into the cargo hold. But of course, the cargo hold is quite large, and there's a lot of cargo hold to fill for this much fog. Party, what do you want to do?
That is a strange fog, my friends.
I don't. Considering this is your place, I mean, surely you can tell us what that is.
Sov and Dara kind of step up around you and peer up the hatch. Looks like fog. Do you think we're in fog space then?
What
They
is
look at each.
fog space?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Well, since you're experienced travelers, you must know all about the way that realms work. the way that space works. So there's different kinds of space. There are different spaces. If you grew up in a planet called Toril, then you're in some place called realm space, and that's where we get a lot of adventurers from. If you were from a planet called Kryn, you're coming from Kryn space, and that's got its own sun and its own planets around it. So each space is like its own set of planets and stars, and it's all connected through the astral plane. So a spelljammer like ours, like this ship, is able to travel through the astral plane to different spaces. Now we know we haven't mapped everything. We just know a lot. We know the ones that are close by, and one of them is a place called Fog Space. And Fog Space has these massive fog banks in the solar system, not just in planets. Like you can lose a whole planet inside a fog bank.
That is very interesting.
Bloody Mary, with her intelligence of 8, uh, just nods and says, "Sure, yeah. What do we do next?"
Do you think? Look, these guys. I'm sure they've broken through to the bridge as well. Do you think you can take care of clearing the bridge?
Well, I don't know. Really depends on how many there are, but I think really don't have a choice but to try. I don't suppose you guys can help out.
So it looks like he's about to volunteer, but then he glances at Dara, who looks very shaken, and he says, I'm gonna have to stay here and take care of Dara. Arax, do you want to help?" Arax shakes his head and says, "I'll take care of the bodies."
I guess
Okay.
If one of you guys can help heal us in between, you know.
Sov shrugs and says, "It's not a very big ship, honestly. You'll see once you get to the bridge. It's actually on this level. You just have to go up on the top deck and then go down another hatch."
All right.
I would ask if this is like kind of Star Trekky, or are there cameras in the bridge?
Uh, he Sov shakes his head and says, there's a big view screen which uses magic to show what we're looking at, but I don't think that's what you're asking."
Okay. Can I see? Can you show me what is on the bridge right now?
He shakes his head. No, no, I mean, on the bridge is the view screen, and the camera looks out in front of the ship.
Oh,
It's
it's not
this,
in.
yeah, Spelljammer is less Star Trek and more Serenity, more Firefly.
All right.
Okay, so the open hatch beckons. Fog is beginning to creep in down the hatch into the cargo hold. The bodies of the Dozy are even now being stacked to one side by Arax, and Solv and Dara are kind of looking around at the stuff in the cargo hold to see what else they could salvage or use. Party, what would you like to do?
Well, I guess we have to go to the bridge.
I say
All right.
let us go to the bridge and
You
finish
climb up.
this.
You climb up out of the cargo hold, into the top deck. The top deck is a stretch of deck open to the outside elements. And it really consists of three separate sections. The section you're in is the aftmost, which has a hatch that leads down into the cargo hold. There's an elevated railing about 3 feet high that keeps people from spilling over one side. The railing seems to have these crenellations that let you shoot from behind them safely. Now, there a little further down the deck, down this deck, there is another hatch that's already bashed in. Looks like it was bashed in by a maul, and that seems to be leading somewhere else. And further down, you can't make it out completely because of the fog, and the fog is really thick and it really obscures everything. But it looks like there's some kind of weapon on the far side of this deck.
Hmm.
Artie, what would you like to do?
Yes. I think it because of the fog, we can't really see clearly as to whether there are people here or not, or we know there are no people.
You're not sure there are people.
Okay, I just turn to the others and put my finger to my lips and indicate that we better approach stealthily. Maybe use the fog to our advantage till we reach the other side.
That sounds like a good plan.
All right. If you'd like to do this, then I'll say I will allow a stealth roll.
All of us?
Sure. Anyone who's sneaking through them.
Oops. Let me see. Where are
That
we?
is a 22.
Okay. I see stealth rolls for the rest of you guys.
Ow. That sucked.
Why did you roll twice?
I will honor and I will honor that 15. Okay, so here's there you practically bump into a single Hadozi on the bridge. I'm going to allow surprise round for Gia and for Bloody Mary, but not for Thorn. Okay?
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, sorry. We're rolling first, right?
Yeah. Roll initiative.
Don't move yet.
Fun.
Yes.
I've
Yeah,
popped
yeah, yeah.
Gold Rush.
Can you go? I'm up.
Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, it
My
disappeared.
my bad. I messed that up. I'm gonna move you guys over again, and then we'll roll initiative again. Okay. So just Gia, Thorn, Bloody Mary, and there's supposed to be one shipmate over here on this side, and that's this part of the encounter. And please go ahead and roll initiative.
Black and white again.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's because your tokens aren't updated with your vision. Just fix your vision and your tokens, please.
Yeah. Done.
Gotcha.
My
Nice.
initiative is either first or last. First or last. Like, what the hell?
Eh,
Ron, fix your vision, I think.
Yeah, I did.
Yep. Perfect. Okay, Gia, you're up. Go ahead. This is a complete surprise round. He has no action or reaction this round. Until his turn. So Gia, no.
No.
Afraid that he misses. The shipmate can take neither action nor reaction this round, but he does have a reaction beginning now. So Thorn, you're up. No, you don't have one
No,
either.
I
So
don't have. I don't have.
surprise round. Okay.
I go over 20 feet here and then 5 more feet over here. Attack.
Basically, you're clambering over this mangonel that seems to be. It's basically a catapult, a smaller catapult.
Sure, I'm a martial artist. I'm a monk. I can do that shit.
Sure, you can Captain Chan your way around it.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Does a 19 hit?
A 19 does hit. And how much damage we talking here?
No, why did it roll? The 1d. I rolled a 1d8. So
Yeah, it's a
5
5.
plus 3.
Takes
So
8.
8.
Okay.
8 damage.
Takes a lot of hurt.
And- Unarmed strike as a bonus action. Hit. 23.
Okay.
Plus 3. So
Takes
5.
5. Okay, so it's dead. It didn't have that many hit points to begin with.
Ah,
It dies in the fog. Its body slumping over one of the railings. As you caught it completely unaware that you were even in the same deck with him.
Using my newly bloodied fist, I reapply my lipstick.
Okay, so partly what you want to do, the deck, the hatch leading down to the bridge is here in the middle.
I guess it's time to
Uh,
proceed.
let's wait. Hold on. Let's loot this movie first. Maybe they have identifications or written plans on detailing what is in full detail what they're doing here. No?
Sadly, you find nothing but a big banana,
Oh, okay. All right. Then.
right?
I'll eat the banana. Do I gain hit points back?
No.
All right. Let's go.
Banana tastes soggy. You climb down the ladder into the bridge. Okay, gosh, can you see all of that? You can probably see all of that. Okay,
Yes.
and inside you find a what looks like a dozy spellcaster sitting in a sitting in an ornate wood and leather chair at the front of this room. The room actually is quite cozy. I actually wrote dialogue for this, so I'm just gonna read that out to you first before I go deeper into this. Uh,
Uh, Before you go into your BBEG speech, can we have a bio break?
yeah, go ahead.
5 minutes. Fine
Let's
for
take
me.
a 5 minute bio break then. I'm gonna get myself a glass of water. I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
Gotcha.
All right, I'm back. You guys here yet?
I am back.
I'm here.
I'm here.
All right.
Do
So
your sir.
you climb down the ladder to find yourselves at the head of uh the stairs, looking into what can only be the bridge of the nightcap. For a small cramped room, it's actually quite homey. There are rugs on the floor. There's a single hatch in the center of the floor leading down into another level. There's a seems to be a periscope like tool, uh like a pillar, pretty near where you are. And there are small doors that lead to the left and to your left and right. Now on the far side of this room is a comfortable looking leather and wood chair. It's not particularly ornate, but it does have a nice variety of plants around it. As a matter of fact, you're struck by how many potted plants there actually are in this bridge. That chair is currently occupied by a Hadozi who seems to be wearing the robes and accoutrements of some kind of spellcaster. You can tell that that the Hadozi is a little busy by the expression on his face as he tries to relax and attune to this device that he seems to be sitting in. Beyond him is a large view screen of some kind. Currently, it's all black, and around that are a couple of potted plants as well. Artie, what would you like to do?
Uh,
Jump him.
yeah, I'd say stealthily approach and pound on him, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you don't have the stealth to surprise him. Particularly since there seems to be a lookout in one of the rooms nearby. You can hear kind of like you can hear the sound of doors cabinet doors opening and closing from the room to the right.
Oh.
Now the rooms to the left and right, they don't have doors per se. They have doorways.
Okay. So wait, this is not this area
Yeah.
where this is not a separate room. This is not a door.
It's not a door. It's a doorway into, what you can see from where you're standing or some cabinets and shelves.
So this guy is in the cabinet and shelves?
He's going through the cabinets and shelves.
I see. I see. So he's looking out. He's looking at the cabinet and shelves, but looking out at us.
He can see you the moment you step into the bridge.
Okay. Yeah. If they see us and we see them, yeah, yeah. Just roll initiative.
Yeah, let's just jump him.
Yeah.
Let us jump him.
Oh, wait. I have to rethink this, okay? Kaya lang.
I mean, if they see us already.
Take a short bio break again for a couple of minutes.
Okay. All right.
Because I just looked at the estimator and it tells me you guys are gonna be creamed. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to weaken this down to something reasonable. Tools. The monsters. Yeah, so the estimator tells me that this is going to be an epic battle. So what if I take out the shipmate? Does that change it noticeably? It's still epic. Okay. Fusha. Start with challenge range 0, and I want the challenge range 1. And
Is that program you're using? Estimator?
yeah, so there's a estimator I have for it actually shows up in my version of the initiative tracker.
Ah.
And it tells me when you guys are about to face off against something a little too powerful for you. So it tells me when I've got too many monsters on the field, for example. And so what I'm doing now, so the Hadozi, the wizard over there is CR3, which explains why it's showing up that way. So what I'm doing now is I'm actually on D&D Beyond, and I'm looking to see what other humanoid spellcasters are there, because part of the rules of spell jamming is that the spell jamming helm can only be taken up by a spellcaster. So I have to have a spellcaster as the sub boss, but it can't be this guy.
Okay.
If it's this guy, it might as well just sweep you up and throw you away, right? Okay, humanoids. Acolyte's good. Acolyte's 1/4.
I have a question.
Yep.
Astral elves.
Yes.
Regardless of their class, regardless of what class they choose, part of their race is that you get a cantrip of your choice between lights, dancing lights, and sacred flame.
That's correct.
So even if, like, in the case of me and Alicon here, she's an astral elf fighter.
Okay.
I'm an astral elf monk, but we both have sacred flame. Do we fulfill that spellcasting category? And
You probably
if that's a yes, couldn't you do the same? Like,
Mm,
doesn't have to be a spellcaster. Spellcaster can be a fighter, but astral elf, maybe.
yeah, technically yes, but realistically not. It's not that easy. The reason for that is I'm constrained to only use monsters as written.
I gotcha. Stat blocks.
Stat blocks as written. I can make changes to racial modifiers. Like for example, if I have an orc, so okay, there's a monster called a thug, right? The
Mhm.
stat block is thug, and let's say I wanted to make him an orc thug, so I can take the orc. The orc racial has a savage attack of some kind. I can give him that, but that's as far as I can go. I'm actually not allowed to customize it further.
Gotcha.
So, okay, we're gonna try something here. Tabang CR1. Para may konting, there's a CR1/4 that might work. So,
How about a spellcaster enemy druid who polymorphs into a 0/1 monster?
polymorph self agad, di ba? I'm gonna try the weak one first, okay? And then but I have to write it myself first before, because I haven't got it prepared in Hong Kong. So I'm just gonna have to copy it over here, which is a manual process. Give me like 2 minutes.
Sure.
Okay, so we're gonna dump the initiative tracker first, and then we're gonna go with new actor. I'm not gonna bother with not gonna bother with a lot of shit here. 13, 13, 38. Ten, 10, 10, 8, 14, 10, and 11. Charisma, Kana, history. Okay. Senses, passive perception, 10. And let's skip that. Okay, I get to copy Arcane Burst over. Spellcasting. And because it's a dozy, it gets glide. Safe descent. Okay. Shoot. Let's copy this over. Yeah, this will do for level 1. cast these spells. Ay. Just the wizard. H-hand. Then press D. Okay, just need to give this guy fix Arcane Burst and give this guy 2 spells. Don't have it. Okay. Press D. You. You. Okay. Okay, let's try this. Get rid of the Dozy Wizard. I'm gonna rebuild this with the shipmate still here. And this is an apprentice wizard, which doesn't show up properly. Display name, always. Okay, this is an apprentice wizard. And then when I configure the stat block, he's a Hadozi wizard. So what does this combat look like? Challenging. All right, let's reconsider the shipmate then. Still challenging. CR 1/4. No, okay, that's what happened. I didn't copy over the 1/4 properly. All right, let's try that. Hang on. Let's get rid of you. And then I'm going to go back to Apprentice Wizard, and your CR is now 1/4. If I do that, I get to add you. Combat, and the tracker now says average. All right. Let's try this, okay?
Haha.
Roll for initiative, guys.
Roll for initiative.
Ano,
Either first or last again.
Can I try? I'm gonna try
Ah.
adding the shipmate anyway, okay? Because I kind of wanted to have one more Hadozi on ship.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
So I'm gonna try adding the shipmate here. Let's see what that does. It still makes it average. So let's roll initiative for him, and we'll start there. Okay. All right, Bloody Mary, you're up.
I only see one Haduzi though. I only see shipmate.
The shipmate is in the galley.
Okay, do you guys see the spellcaster?
Nope.
You seem to be. Did you refresh?
Refreshing both now.
Okay, there you go.
No, I still don't see him. I mean, I see the red square when I hover over him, but it's like I don't know. Do you guys see him? The spellcaster?
Wait. That's because I didn't assign him a token. Let me just fix that.
Gotcha.
Wides, Hadozi. That did not work. Teka lang, ah. So remember, I'm taking images from Magic the Gathering.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, and this particular image for the Hadozi is actually that of a monkey.
Yeah.
You know why? It's because there are no images of Hadozi in
Right
in the
now
whole.
they purged all the images because of that previous
Yeah.
thing with the racism.
Yeah, so what am I gonna use? I gotta use a monkey because I don't have a dozy, so it's a monkey.
Why did they remove it?
I
Because
don't know. Actually, yeah, they apologized, right?
yeah, but part of the apology was them making it right, and they don't have the stuff for it right now, so it's all blank.
Okay.
There are no images of a dozy
Mm.
on D&D Beyond.
Okay.
You see the apprentice wizard now?
Yep.
Yeah, I see him now.
Okay. So when
All
that
right.
goes, that's gonna look like Hadozi wizard instead.
All right. I'm gonna move forward and attack him.
All right.
Okay. Quarterstaff. Here we go.
Haba.
It's not doing it. It's okay. So let's try that again. Does 20 hit?
Yeah. It should. Yep.
Haha.
So 1d8 dice. So it's a 4 plus 3,
Take 7.
7. Then as a bonus action, unarmed strike. Does a 19 hit?
Yeah.
Plus 3. So there's 4 damage. I am done, sir.
Okay. Gia, you're up.
Okay. Oops. There we go. Attacking. Uy. There. Good.
This is the big boss, though.
Sorry?
That's the boss.
Yeah, I know. It's just that there are a lot of boxes right now, and they're getting in the way of my rolling.
Oh,
Yeah, I've cleared it. Go ahead.
Thank you. $17 hit.
Okay, 17 hits, and you probably killed it at that point as well, because it has like 2 hit points left.
Okay, well, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna end this combat. Rest. Take a long rest and reset your characters. I'm gonna try and change out the apprentice wizard for another wizard type.
Okay.
okay.
So it needs a little bit more teeth than what it's got right now.
Haha.
And something in between. So you need a CR1 or a CR. Like I literally need a CR1 in this case. I don't think I can. There's a cultist that's 1/8. Dwergar? Okay. Shit nga na nito. There's an evil mage, except it's from a source I can't use. So, ganda, evil mage. Hindi know eh. Goblin boss is CR1, but that's not a caster. Halfling, no. Let's see. Sorry guys, take a moment. Just
Sure.
gotta figure this one out. Kobold. Ooh, maybe. Maybe. We come back to that. Ghosts of Salt Marsh, can't use. Okay, Shiotra, Shira. No, can't use. How are there so few spellcasters at this level? There's one more opportunity. Hang on, I just have to copy it over again. This is a more, I think this is a uh, more reasonable opponent. He is a small humanoid. Okay, humanoids. 27. 56. 10. AC is 15 with natural armor. Should be. That's good. Speed is 30. Okay, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna prep two things on this na lang. And then I'm just gonna... Oh, I can prep a few more. Hang on. If I don't copy over kasi the spells and stuff, it gets complicated. It has the same spells. This, except for those. Okay. Copy over. Hit meets dagger. The ship. They have the same. 1d4 plus 2. Same banana. Okay. Daggers. Multi-attack. Two d6 plus 2. Okay, this is it. Identity, display name, however by anyone. Okay. All right. We're gonna try it with this guy. And okay, it's okay, so the system's telling me the encounter is challenging. But
Oh.
let's give it a try anyway and see whether or not it's doable, okay?
Okay.
So roll for initiative, please.
Okay.
Rolling for initiative.
Oh boy.
Either first or last.
I have
Sure.
not had a good initiative roll ever today.
Not tied for last.
The shipmate rummaging through the galley sees new arrivals. He stops what he's doing with a shriek and he runs over to you. And pulling out his dagger, it tries to stab Gia.
Ah,
And misses.
that's what you get for being excitable.
The sorcerer is shocked at your arrival and has has uh to stop his takeover of the spell jamming helm. So he casts a spell which I don't have prepped. Hang on a moment. Just gotta copy that over now. It's not here. First thing he does when he sees you is he casts a spell on Bloody Mary.
Mhm.
Okay, this is innate spell casting, and I'm allowed to cast this twice a day. Okay. Bloody Mary. He is casting Charm Person.
Mm.
Wahaha!
Oh,
Ahaha!
Please make a DC 10 Wisdom saving throw.
Oh ho ho!
Parang mali. Wait, sorry. Please make a DC 12 Wisdom saving throw. Sorry.
okay. Ooh.
Made. He fails to charm you, and for his second attack, he fires a a bolt of chromatic light, also at Gia. Probably misses. Okay, Gia, you're up.
Huh. Which one? Which one? Okay, I'm gonna Sacred Flame the sorcerer.
Okay. Dexterity 13 saving throw.
Oh my god.
No, the sorcerer is dexterous enough to dodge your sacred flame.
Magnetic. Done.
Okay, turn goes to Bloody Mary.
Okay. As a bonus action, I will use my Starlight Step.
Oh, nice. Which is a misty step, but racial.
Yeah, twice proficiency, twice per long rest.
Yep.
So I port over here, and as my action, I attack. Okay, I'll roll from Foundry.
Oh gosh, 24. Okay, that hits.
Uh, ooh,
Takes 10.
okay.
Badly hurt.
Hunter.
Done?
Done.
Okay, Thorn, you're up.
Huh. Damage status on the sorcerer.
Not bloody, but hurt.
How about the shipmate?
Completely unhurt.
Completely unhurt. I will just run here and I will stick him with my sword.
Okay.
Ha!
It's not coming out here, mate. There you go. Oh, that should hit. 13. Yeah.
Hit. Damage. Oh, sorry. Why? What the F?
Oh, wrong weapon.
Wrong weapon.
Okay. Takes what is that? Takes looks like 7.
7.
Yeah,
Take 7.
takes 7. Very badly hurt.
I am done.
Okay. The shipmate is furious at your having slashed it so hard, and it swings at you with its own dagger.
Oof. I just polished myself.
Ooh.
Oh
Ow!
my gosh!
Wow.
Ow!
Uh, its dagger finds a weak point in your defenses and takes you for 6 points of damage.
I am down to 6.
It's done. The kobold skill sorcerer is frustrated and reaches into its spellbook to cast. Really, that's all it's got? Okay, it does not cast. Instead, first it stabs at. Okay, it stabs at Bloody Mary with its dagger.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that misses. Who?
Misses. Next is it has no choice. It's gonna stab at Bloody Mary again because it can't use Chromatic Bolt.
How come? Why not?
You're right next to it. It
Yep.
will attack with disadvantage.
Ooh,
Minimum
that
range.
hit.
Okay, take. Take 5.
Ow.
I say,
Okay.
ouch. That's fine. I need to adjust my foundation.
This is a much more reasonable level 1
Yep, yep.
sub boss.
That's true.
Okay, Gia, you're up.
A. It's hurting my partner. Sacred Flame.
Okay.
I think it's better just finish off that thing.
Yeah.
It's a low DC. That's easy to get.
This is the sorcerer, yeah? Hit.
Yes.
Oh.
Hail, damage, please.
I I stand corrected.
Take 6. It's quite badly hurt now.
And your turn, Mary.
All right, let's do this again. I swipe at him with my quarters. Him, her,
It.
it,
It.
my quarter staff.
Okay.
And you, 21.
Ooh.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Ooh, another 10.
God. It's not there yet, but it's really close.
Follow it up, and I follow it up with the karate chop into its throat. Crop that. Okay. Unarmed. Ooh, rolls are needed to warm up.
Okay, that's a hit. It kills. You kill the. You kill
Ooh,
the sorcerer.
finally, good job.
Yes.
And with the bloodied hand, I reapply my foundation.
All right, Thorn.
I'm done.
I stick my sword into this thing again.
You okay?
Ta-da-da.
Wow!
Puchang.
Corn rolls, rolls.
Right? Let's have it. What are we in for?
Wow. 10.
Okay, it's dead. It's completely dead. Okay,
Ha!
so all right. Okay. We're gonna run a little late tonight, so that means I think we're gonna try and wrap up maybe what 11:45 or so.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
All right. So with combat over, the ship is yours. You are now in control again of the nightcap.
Nice.
So since you weren't able to look around as you came into the bridge, you noticed that the room that the Hadozi was in is a small galley, which contains a variety of cabinets which have been ransacked, and a small stove on the attached to the floor furthest from the doorway. On the opposite side of the bridge is a small mess hall. There's a long table that runs the length of the mess, and there are benches tucked under that long table. On the corpse of the kobold scale sorcerer, really can't figure out whether or not to keep that as Hadozi. Anyway, on the corpse of the sorcerer, you find a what seems to be a magical rope that has been left on the spell jamming helm, and you take that. That's going to be part of your loot for this adventure.
Mm.
Okay, so with Hadozi gone, okay, the rest of the crew of the Nightcat come in after having cleaned up a little bit. They took care of the bodies of the Hadozi from the cargo hold and the body of the Hadozi that you left up on the top deck. Uh, Dara, who is the ship's spelljammer, scowls as she sits in the Nightcat's spelljamming helm. The pirates messed up the interface, she says. I need to reattune to this. Sov and Arax, meanwhile, have their hands full straightening out the rest of the ship. Sov turns to you. You know, we still don't know where we're going, he says. Why don't you go through the ship and see if you can figure out where we were last? That will give us our next destination.
Couldn't you, look up the computers or something like that?
He frowns. What's a computer?
Oh, okay.
Magical spaceship, Matt.
Oh, all right.
Not,
Well,
you know.
yeah, I'm equally abreast with both, which is to say, not at all. Okay. All right. While you tend to, I don't suppose any of you guys can have that first aid kit and have attend to
Sure.
me.
So Sov is able to heal both of you for 1d6 plus 1. So let's roll first for Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary, you get 6 hit points healed, and for you, Thorin, you heal for 4.
All right. Thank you.
Back up to 10.
Back up to 10.
All right. Let's go check out the rest of this ship.
Yep.
Find what the heck's going on.
Okay, so normally I would have teleporters ready for all of this, but I don't. So I'll describe where you are. You're currently standing on the bridge. I've described the bridge in detail. What I didn't get to describe was that against one wall is a desk. And this is a navigator station, but also happens to be a cartographer's desk. So sitting on top of the desk is an unfinished map. And then stacked in a bin next to the desk are rolls of maps and star charts and things like that. And above the navigator station is a secured bookshelves on which there are a number of small bound books. And this is Sov's station when he's working as navigator of the ship. Now, in the cargo hold, he had another station because Sov is an artificer. He actually likes fiddling with technology that he finds during their voyages. And so Sov's artificer station is in the cargo hold. It's different from this one. The hatch at the bottom of the deck leads out into a small weapons bay that contains uh the ship's ballista. But right now, it's not recommended that you go down into it because, as Sov explains, the night cat seems to be grounded, and when that happens, the gravity of the planetoid or whatever they're on, the planet you're on, is more powerful than the gravity of the night cat, and so you would actually fall to the ceiling of the next deck because the
Huh.
deck flips over. So these are the three areas that the three areas you can have access to are the bridge, which is on this deck that you have, and then there was the top deck which is covered in fog, and you had the ballista there, and then you had the cargo hold, and that's where you guys started. Where would you like to start your investigation?
Which is the uh so the ballista and the cargo hold is a equal distance to where we are now, or is one closer?
The ballista is directly above you. That telescope looking thing that you have, it actually rotates the turntable on which the ballista is mounted.
Wait, is the cargo hold where we came from? Where
It's
we
the car,
came
yeah,
from?
yeah. So the structure is, so you can kind of still see the map from where you are. The cargo hold is on the same level as you, but there's no physical way to get to the cargo hold without going through the top deck.
Okay. There's no choice really. It's just we go up.
Yep. So you go up, you make your way back up to the top deck. The top deck consists really of a narrow stretch of deck between two hatches, and of course the ballista is here on the turntable. There's a 3 foot high railing all around this. The top deck is made of metal, of course, as the ship is made of metal, but there has been planking put down at the top deck, some kind of polished blonde wood. So it looks very nice actually. Normally there would be, you suspect there would be potted plants lying around here. But there don't seem to be any. Maybe the Hadozi took them all.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, why would is that what they were after? The potted plants?
Yeah.
So as you gawk around the top deck, and you have full view of the fog from the top deck because you're now immersed in the fog. Sov climbs out from the hatch near you. He has a big hammer with him, and he nods at you as he begins to hammer out the hatch.
Hmm.
What would you like to look for here? What would you like to do here?
Hmm.
Oh, well, uh, can we go to where any signs of where the Haduzi have been messing around? Maybe see what they were doing exactly.
Well, the Hadozi were up here in the top deck, and they were in the bridge for a while. And you know they weren't in the cargo hold until you open the cargo hold door, the bay door, right? So that's it. Those are the three options.
Hmm.
I, I don't know.
Huh.
If there's no room, or if this is so, this is just one big hallway.
Yep.
Okay, then I guess we head back. We head to the no, but the first when they encountered us, that was the first time to go to the hold, right?
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know. What were we supposed to do again? Find out where we came from? Where the
Yeah.
ship?
Where
Yeah.
was the ship last, so that you know where to how to retrace your steps, how to figure out where to go.
Okay. Uh,
Hmm.
okay. I'm kind of confused how we're supposed to know get that. Can we loot the bodies? Can we go to where the corpses are and maybe find clues that way?
Mysteriously, the bodies seem to be missing.
Whoa.
Erax probably threw them overboard.
Okay.
Okay. Huh. We
Huh.
s-
Sov looks at you as you mill around looking confused. He says, uh, uh, just look through the ship and see if you can find where we came from last. Then we'll go back there and figure out how we got into this whole mess.
Look through the ship.
There must be clues.
Okay. Uh,
So do we
Anyway.
go room by room?
yeah, I guess.
All right. Where do you want to start?
This just leads to the bridge, right?
Yes.
So I guess we. What's this again?
It's a ballista.
Okay. Anything peculiar about the ballista? Anything different about it?
Seems to be a ballista.
Okay. No, I mean not. They didn't mess around with it or anything.
No,
Okay.
no.
I guess we go down here back to the hole.
All right. So, now that you have a little more leisure to look around at the cargo hold, you realize that it's actually really cramped. Stacked along one wall are crates and cases of things, supplies mostly. On one wall, on the far wall, are rows and rows of hanging plants and potted plants. And in that mess of plants, you have a artificer station that's stacked high with papers. The papers are held down by bits of metal and strange devices. And lastly, there's also moments. So workbench, okay, artificers workbench, potted plants, and yeah, you've got there are bedrolls and cots stacked in one corner next to some other crates filled with bric-a-brac and random things.
Hmm.
I'll go check out the plants.
Okay. So, do you have nature by any chance? Or medicine?
I have. I am not proficient in either.
All right. So, looking through them and inhaling the scent of the plants, you realize that these must be medicinal herbs or spices, or condiments for use in enhancing the cuisine that Arax prepares in the galley. Uh,
I am actually proficient in brewer's supplies. I make my own booze.
oh, brilliant!
I
Some
don't
of them-
suppose these are ingredients are applicable.
Some of them seem to be. It looks like a wide-ranging variety of plants from even a variety of places, and you surmise that this must be someone's collection of plants and herbs and spices.
Okay. Yeah. I'll taste one.
Mm,
One plants. Any
Okay.
side effects?
it tastes like some kind of basil. Quite strongly flavored. Can you give me a perception roll?
That I am proficient in. Hold on. Perception. But I roll bad. So 8.
For that roll, so as you plucked a bit of some kind of spicy basil from a plant and put it in your on your tongue, you notice that the plants are obscuring something that's written on the wall behind it.
Oh.
Huh. What the hell? Okay. I move the plants aside and I look.
So what it's hiding is a bit of graffiti on the wall of the cargo hold. It seems to have been drawn in crayon of all things. The graffiti depicts a round, copper-skinned autonome and a young dragonborn child. And underneath the graffiti are their names written in a child's hand. The names Pinky and Curious. Pinky being the autonome and Curious being the dragonborn.
Huh. Okay. I don't suppose I turn to the other two. I don't suppose. Uh, do we know Pinky or Curious among the crew?
You do not.
Hmm.
That is
I,
curious. But
yes, it is. Uh, because of that, I I go around the room and pay attention to the walls, for specifically, especially those behind furnishings and whatnot, to see if there are more such clues.
Give me another perception roll.
Ooh, better.
Ooh.
You you don't find any additional graffiti on the wall, but there are two things that jump out at you now that you're looking for them. The first is that there is a box of autonome parts in one corner of the cargo hold. And there's a small sign that's written in pencil on it that you would have missed if you weren't looking for it. It says Pinky Spares.
oh,
And the second thing is that as you shift around the crates in order to get to the wall, you notice that there's a bill of goods still attached to one of the crates.
Huh. So who's the bill of goods addressed to, and
So
what's indicated?
the bill of goods is addressed to the Night Cat, and it simply lists the contents of the crate. But what's more interesting is that it seems the bill of goods comes from a store called Irk's Emporium. And
Eric Orium?
IRK's Emporium on a planet called Port Bozo.
oof.
Ah, okay. So
Is this
this
the
I
clue
think
they need?
I guess so. There's no other. There are no others. I don't suppose there's more than one crate. Are there other crates?
There
Other.
are several other crates, but they look like they don't all come from the same source. When you check the other crates, you notice that several might have come from Eric's Emporium as well, but this one was stored with the bill of goods against the wall. So this one, if someone were trying to hide where you'd come from, this one would have escaped notice is all. But there are no other bills of goods on the other crates around you.
Okay, interesting. Pink is the autonome, right? And the Curious is the Dragonborn.
Yes.
All right. Okay. I guess this is a fine clue as any.
Any?
Let's head back.
Yes, let us head back and tell
You
the
take
captain.
you take the bill of goods to the Sov, who cautions you away from Dara, who needs to concentrate in order to reattune to the spell jamming helm. He studies the bill of goods carefully and says, "This seems reasonable. Although this bill of goods is from that this was just the other week." So he gestures and invites you back to the bridge, to where the navigator station is. He reaches for a book on the shelf. Pulling it out, you can see that written on it in elven runes, which you can read because Astral Elf. It reads Navigator's Log. When he flips it open, you realize that the last page of the Navigator's Log appears to have been removed. He says, "Oh
Curious.
no. Who could have done this?" he said. But, thinking carefully, he says, "Port Bozo is in Mirth space. And if we retrace our steps to Mirth space, I would probably have put down the map to Mirth space." And he reaches out his hand and pulls out an unlabeled scroll from the stack. And sure enough, it is indeed the star chart for Mirth space. He says, "I guess we can confirm this. Port Bozo was our last destination, and it should be our next. Did you find anything else?"
Yeah. I don't suppose Who's who's Pinky and who's Curious?
He looks at you blankly. I don't know. Do you know any Pinky or Curious? He waves at Arax, and Arax shakes his head and says, "Never heard of them."
Is there among your crew an autonome or a dragon? Or a dragonborn? Dragon.
He shakes his head. Well, let's see. He puts back the navigator's log and then he picks up another book from the shelf that's labeled ship's accounts. He flips through the ship's accounts, which show pay disbursed. Surprisingly, to each of you, you've received pay from Sov at some point in your recent history, and you don't remember any of it. Along with the disbursals to you, the ship's ledger shows pay disbursed to a crew member named Pinky, and another entry in the ledger shows a salary advance for Pinky with the annotation "Toys for Curious." He frowns as he looks at the ledger. I can't remember either of these people.
Huh. Wait, the ledger also says that we were paid?
Yes, you were paid twice, as a matter of fact, and it looks like you're paid on a weekly basis.
Huh.
Oof.
Huh. Okay. I'm gonna guess that our memory's been effed with.
So scratches his head. Looks like it. I don't understand how this could have happened.
While our uh yeah, because I feel like this is a little bit wrong, and it should say that should have been being paid more than what's indicated there.
So laughs a little bit. There isn't much more than what we got here.
All right, all
Uh,
right, right. Okay, I don't suppose you or any of the crew members are capable of such a spell.
Neither he shakes his head. Neither Dara nor I are able to cast a spell of this magnitude. And look at how many of us it affects. This was really powerful spell.
Okay, okay. Well, I think we have no choice but to just follow the only clue we have. Maybe we'll get more answers over there.
All right. So with that, Dara indicates that she's already reattuned back to the spell jamming helm. And with that, she says, so Sol briefs her and tells her that they need to get back to Port Bozo, and it's time for the Nightcat to lift off and head back. Dara says, "Cast off," while she still sits in the spell jamming helm. Our next stop is Port Bozo. With a barely discernible lurch, the Nightcat rises in the sky. The fog around it swirls as the ship's damselfly sails flutter to life. Sov, standing on the top deck, calls down through the open hatch. Clearing atmosphere in 3, 2, 1. The magical view screen on the bridge flickers to life. At the top of the screen, the relentless gray fog is already thinning. Soon, the view screen shows a view of space. A bright yellow sun, a distant planet, and several neighboring planetoids, all wreathed in tremendous clouds of water vapor. 3 floating clouds of fog roam the void, some stretching across millions of miles. Sov calls out, "Heads up! Ship approaching, off our port bow, closing fast." He takes out a spyglass and peers at it. It's the Hadozi. So, okay, it's now 11:15, and I actually don't have the final encounter for this ready yet.
Oh.
So
Okay.
here's what we're gonna do, okay? I'm gonna say this is done. You're done. We've done 2 hours of play for this.
Nice.
You are entitled to level ups for either these characters or any other characters that you have.
Okay.
And if you want to level up these characters as well, you get to keep the rope of climbing that was the that was a treasure reward that was there earlier. So I'll indicate that in the rewards, okay?
Will
Oh,
you need, for playtesting purposes, will you need us to remain at level 1 or can we level up to 2?
I'm gonna ask you guys to stay at level 1
All right.
for the next run.
All right.
Actually, no. Here's what we're gonna do. Okay. Um, I actually so I can see already what the changes I want to make are here. So I actually want to run this again,
Oh.
preferably with the same characters. Or you know what?
I have a suggestion.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
You said that I think before you said something like we can bring like another alternate character or like a homebrew and
Yep.
then level up on existing, right?
Yep.
So what we can do is that we can level up these characters as to level 2, and then in our next playtest we can basically do a homebrew version of these characters at level 1.
Yep.
We can reapply the level and then just reapply the level to bring these guys to level 3 and so on.
I'm totally fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. So the next time we'll play, if you guys don't mind playing this again,
Sure.
and with all the fixes, and I can see what I need to do to make this tighter. I'm
Mhm.
gonna ask you guys to play this again, and then after that, I already know how to run the second adventure in the series.
All
Okay,
right.
Gotcha.
Sure.
How do we indicate this in the logs?
just indicate it's a play test as well. Okay.
Okay.
So I think the play test is an important distinction to make. It's not a. It's not. It's like it's. I think there's more leeway. Like
Yeah.
that's how I rule for it, right?
Basically, adventure title, session 1 playtest, and then
Yeah.
the next time you run the same adventure, just session 2 playtest. And stuff like
Correct. Correct. So I'm gonna indicate that in the reward section on the one-offs, so that
Okay.
you can put it in your logs. But that's it. That
All right.
I'm kind of making all this up as we go along. So that's all it.
No problem. No problem.
All right.
Thank
Thanks,
you. Thank you,
guys.
Manny.
I hope you guys. I hope it was fun at least. I mean,
Mhm.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, I'm gonna prep this. I'm gonna redo some bits of it. I can see where I need to create some art around it. I can see where I need to tighten up some of the narrative and
Mhm.
make it a bit more exciting. But otherwise, I think this is like 2 hours of this is solid. I think
Yep. Yep.
Yep. Yep.
I
Okay.
appreciate this, guys. Thanks so much.
Thank
All right.
you.
Guys,
Good night.